Hello guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time I'm just doing another live stream TF Talk video because these are much easier, and also I have a video to do. And even though I'm kind of restricted for time, I figured I'm going to try and run through a lot of these TFCon third-party reveals. Now, one thing I want to point out is that I'm probably not going to be reading the chat because I really want to get through these. But if you guys want to comment on anything that you guys like on this, go ahead, feel free to. I know there was some confusion in the previous video, and I realized that I had mentioned that I was going to bring up the chat, but I didn't really talk to the chat. I have the chat up, it's just I'm probably not going to look at it too often. Maybe by the end of it, if you guys want to just quickly mention something that you like or have a question, I might say something about that. But for right now, I just wanted to talk about the third-party panel. So to reduce any confusion, there you go. But thank you guys for watching. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. This is going to be kind of a quick thing. And I also want to explain that I don't know all the names of these third-party toys. And I might forget some of the character names, but I will try my best. But it's so hard for me to keep track on all these characters. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I did sneeze. Anyways, let's go ahead and start off with the non-F products. I believe that's what it is, non-F Productions. Is that the name? I think so. Let's see. Okay, so G2 Sideswipe Kit. It's going to include 2 shoulder wheels, 2 rifles, a sword and mount, and a bandolier. I think that's what it's called. Blast effects compatible. Cool. And 999 in stock now, so that's nice. So if you got the G2 version or the covert clone version of the Siege Sideswipe, then you can pick this up. I think what's cool about it is the belt seems to transform and integrate into the Ulmo, which I think is a nice idea. I also like how the wheels seem to kind of replace the original wheels on the side there. I think that's a nice touch. I do like the giant guns. That's really cool. And the wheels attaching to the shoulders, I think that's nice. That's one thing I wanted from a G2 Sideswipe if they were ever going to do it. When they announced the Amazon exclusive pack, I was thinking, you know what, they should include those wheels because it's a whole siege line. I think that would be cool if they could use that for some sort of weapons and stuff. And the fact that he's got these large guns, I think that would have been nice to implement in the Siege toy line. But it never included it. So I'm glad that a third-party company is doing that, and you can see the little mount that plugs onto the back of Sideswipe, and you can just slide the sword right in. Very nice touch. I think this is a very cool looking design. As well, they also have Omega Supreme track extensions, which I think is very cool. You got straights and curves. So this will just attach onto Omega Supreme, and in the following year with Earthrise, we're also having these base Transformers things in the deluxe class lineup at least. So maybe you'll be able to attach those to these ramps and extend those off from there. I think this is a pretty cool touch, and I could grab a few if I wanted. And then we also have the Stake Bot figure, which kind of reminds me of the current Bots lineup. This transforms into a stake. This is a concept art. I think this is a nice idea, but I'm not sure if I really need it. If you're really into bots, I guess this is cool. Also comes with a blade, I guess you can cut it up with, and a hammer thing, like you use to actually tenderize the meat. I'm not a chef. Yeah, and it's about deluxe size, so if you're not in that and wish it was just a tiny little toy, well, there you go. But it does says lead your bots into battle. So this is kind of a funny thing. I think it's a nice idea. I'm not sure how well it will do, but I kind of like it. HTB Toys, they've got a Gravity Builder upgrade with the new head, it seems, and seems to light up. Ooh, some cassette guys, Pocket Pioneers, that's cool. Oh god, they're adorable. They're so tiny. Look at all of them. You got Steeljaw, you got Rewind, Eject, you got other characters that I can't remember the name of. I'm sorry for that. I'm just looking at these and saying, hey, cool, that looks interesting. So, Yeah, I'm not the Transformers expert as people might think. I could go through the names on TF Wiki if I really need to, but yeah, these are pretty cool, and they will integrate with the Soundwave, I guess, that they have right here. I do love the Frenzy and Rumble on the side there. The Ravage is a little wide, but for a toy this size, I think that's fine, and I love the Rat Bat as well. I think that those are all cool. Oh, hey, it's Slugfest, a character that I actually know the name of. And then we're also apparently getting these G.I. Joe crossover Transformers toys. So this is going to be, I think it's called a Hiss Tank, is it not? And it's going to be Soundwave. I like the fact that the screen forms the chest. I think that's a clever touch. And I think that this is a really nice idea that some third-party companies should really do. I would also like to see some little Legends class size. If this isn't a Legends class size toy, I imagine it's not. But Legends class sized G.I. Joe figures or vehicles, I meant, especially with Soundwave. Oh, my phone just. Oh, okay. Anyways, Civil Warrior. We have this Optimus Prime based on the War Within. I love the detail on it with the gunmetal and the piping and all that. His blaster looks incredible. He looks big and chunky. I like it big. Nice detail for the axe. I think that's pretty cool. And nice metallic paint too. His alt mode looks fine too. I'm not sure if people are still into the War Within idea though to really like this, but or really get into this. I meant, but it does have a trailer which is pretty cool, and the trailer also forms wings and a bunch of blasters because of course it does. Seems like that's all what Optimus Prime's trailers ever do nowadays, which I'm not complaining. I mean, we do have that Earthrise one that's more of the traditional trailer, but still, you know, I think that's a nice touch, and I like the idea of that. So yeah, pretty cool. Transcraft. We're getting the Mohawk figure, which is okay. This is called Mohican, whatever. And I like the articulation in the head. I think that's pretty cool. The design is nice. I don't really care for Mohawk that much too, though, is what I meant to say. But I like the design. I like the detail for this, and I gotta applaud them on the work they've done for a character that doesn't really mean much to me. I gotta be honest. I don't really care for Mohawk in the show or in the film, so I'm not sure if I necessarily need this like I need Farage, which I have, but I mean, if you're into it and you want to help complete your lineup of the Last Night toys, yeah, and it includes a little dagger thing, like in the concept art. Very cool. I'm just trying to quickly brush through these because, again, I want to get through that review. Banana Force, I've actually been talking to tfprototype.com about their Banana Force, or I don't think it's theirs, but they work with Banana Force on a couple of things. Anyways, they just been telling me about the products, and it's a pretty cool idea with these kind of models for the Robots in Disguise Optimus Prime. This is Red Sharpshooter, which you can pre-order now. It seems like he's also able to upgrade. You can see the head is different. Yeah, very cool. It comes with all these accessories so you can kind of upgrade him. Very nice. I do like the massive ladder and the sword. Very cool. And he's also going to be getting a super mode version, which is the Ultra Magnus upgrade parts. What is this, Gang Toys? Ooh, who's this? This is a pretty sexy bot. Land Bowl. I think, yes, this is the Predacon set, which looks really nice. I like the detail on it. I'm kind of over the Predacons and combiners in general, at least for the main ones, with third party, because we've got how many Devastators, how many Superions, and stuff like that. But there's something about this that it feels cartoony, like it feels alive, and I like that. I mean, just look at that. That looks fantastic. And then Ferocious. There we go. A nice tiger. Tiger. Kind of looks like something from Zoids, and I am so into it. And then there's also a crab. Anyways, Fans Hobby. So this looks like a dark version of the Apex armor guy, whoever he is. I'm sorry, I can't remember all their names. But yeah, God Bomber. That's what it is. I like the color scheme. It kind of looks like a Nemesis version of it, so really nice. And apparently we'll go with that Nemesis-looking Optimus Prime toy. Very nice. And then there's the original version of what would be God Bomber. Pretty cool. I like the design. The detail is nice. Looks a little flat, but I think that kind of works in its favor. And of course, there's it combined, and hey, it can head toe-to-toe with Overlord. Very nice. Ooh, what is this? Thundertron? I think that's his name. Again, I don't know why I'm totally missing some of these names. But yeah, that looks nice. Oh, I love the pink windscreen. Oh, I really want this thing. It looks fantastic. Look at that. Look at the little robot, the core robot. And then everything transforms into this base platform thing. And then there's the famous Nirvana toy. I think that's what it's called, Nirvana? Yeah. Very cool. This is obviously a prototype version of the toy, but they've been talking about it for a while. It's got a Headmaster toy, of course it does, but the articulation is nice. It's got waist articulation, double elbows, it seems. Very cool looking toy, and I kind of want this thing. Thunder Clash is his name. Sorry about that. Oh, Death Bomber. Okay, cool. Again, I am sorry if I'm missing some of these names. Thunder Clash, yeah. Thundertron is the Transformers Prime wolf guy. And then we also have this, which is the Armada Optimus Prime. That's pretty cool. Even though Hasbro might still release their Armada Optimus Prime, I think the detail and design and work on this thing is fantastic. Look at that thing. It looks amazing. And this is just a test image. Oh, it looks great. Iron Factory, we've seen so much of this that I can't remember if this is the exact you know who. You know what squad, the Suicide Squad of Decepticons. Yeah, there's its combined mode. I don't really have much of an opinion to say other than they look pretty badass. And then, oh, a little tiny cliff jumper. Oh, that's so cute. He comes with his rocket launcher. I'm still into the Earthrise thing, but I love the alt mode on that. There's Soundwave, which has a weird truck mode, but it's okay. I like the cassette player mode. Looks fantastic. There's Optimus Primal. I'm sorry if I'm rushing through these. I have to head out. It's pretty late. And then there's the Megatron in the dragon form. Ooh, it looks so cool. Dangerous. Ultra Magnus with his... oh, God, again. Minimus Ambus. That's what it is. I really like that Minimus Ambus figure. Yeah, that looks really awesome. Ultra Magnus looks pretty chunky. And very wide. I'm not sure if I'm into it. I feel like it's a little too wide, but it's kind of perfect for him. And then Convoy something. It looks a little skinny to me. I'm not sure if I like it. It looks a little too thin. Yeah, I don't know. When don't you know how the super mode looks at you, so I can't judge. Oh. Yes, I got Minimus Ambus. I did. Leo Convoy. Takes me a while. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like the little shield. Oh, the tail on the side. The beast mode looks great. I love the things, the attachments on the head. I think that's a nice touch. Yeah, very cool. What is this, Bludgeon? That's a nice aesthetic to him. And it transforms into a tank, and then this kind of crab tank. Okay. Oh, I love that on the back. And the swords plugging onto the side. Oh, that thing looks awesome. And it's kind of scary, too, with the chest. I can see the face and the body. Mastermind Creations. There's their drift. Looks fantastic. I love that. Love the slick look of it. His robot mode looks fantastic, too. Oh, love that thing. Oh, my God. We need more drift. When's the last time we had a Generations Drift? Oh, the head sculpt. This is the bulkhead, which I do like because I love Transformers Prime. Even though you could also say this is maybe a reference to animated, but I'm gonna say Transformers Prime. Haha. Oh, look at that head sculpt. Oh, it looks fantastic. I'm gonna maybe try to raise that just a little bit so you can really see what I'm talking about. There we go. Oh, he just looks incredible. Looks bulky too. Even the wheels on the back. Yeah, I like that. I like the sniper. Oh, he's got wrecking balls. And then what is this? Rat Bat, I think it is. More collabs. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I believe it's a TFCon exclusive. I think they both were. You could correct me on that. Again, I'm so sorry that I'm getting information wrong. But yeah, this figure looks really nice. Rat Bat or Mindset or something, or it's a new character. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at things going, ooh. But I love the claws on it. So yeah. You keep going now. Look at this thing. I like the arms. It looks like it's trying to claw out of itself. I don't know much about the DJD though, to really comment on this as a character. Ooh, I love the alt mode. Excuse me, sir. And then there's this thing that Skytread is not going to be friends with, and he's got a Devastator chest. He's got Devastator's mouth in his chest. Because why not? Isn't the con? Okay. Ocular Max. That RC looks fantastic. I love how the backpack kind of folds in on itself. I think that's nice. I think the detail is wonderful. The one thing that kind of just bothers me is the chest has the seams, the panel lines is what I'm trying to think of. It's almost midnight. I'm sorry. Which just looks a little off to me, but whatever. But she does look pretty good, I gotta say. I'm actually really into this. Okay, and if you want it in fruity colors, there you go. And then here's a black and gold Mirage, because he wanted to be Ricochet today. And then someone threw up on it. Looks pretty cool, actually. I like it. There's a Ravage. That's a pretty cool looking Ravage. I'm not that into the Masterpiece Ravage, mostly because mine has a loose leg, so I'm kind of into this. There's this cassette mode, which looks kind of decent. And it comes with the cage. Let's see. Bruticus. I'm just going to quickly mention these guys. I love how the whole head is kind of like a helmet. I think that's a nice idea. There's some of the attachments, and there's some stuff on Swindle. Very cool looking. So there's the back, there's the front. I love the purple hood on that Swindle toy. There's the Onslaught. Seems to have a giant gun on the top, and has a ramp on the back. Very cool, and that seems to transform into a package. That's a nice touch. There he is in robot mode. Ooh, I love that. The color scheme. I love Onslaught in general, so I'm into this. Ooh, that thing looks amazing. Ooh, Planet X, Deathsaurus. Hey, it looks pretty cool. I love the gold that comes up from his chest. That's a nice touch. Ooh, there we go. That's a nice looking boy. That is a handsome boy. And there's a wing boy. And there is more wing boy. And there is lion wing boy. And there is silhouette wing boy. How much do we have on this? Because I don't want to go through... Okay, so... we got 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, so not that much. Cool. Let's see. We got this Megatron, this really chunky looking Megatron. Look at that torso. Look at the beast head. Ooh, look at the wings. The color scheme. It looks like it comes straight out of the show, but it also looks like it comes straight out of the toy line, if that makes sense. Because some of the toys look kind of off from the CGI profile. So, I really do like that. Ooh, I really like that. Is this the same one that we already knew about and have seen? Because I feel like the previous one was a lot better. I kind of like this one too, you know? I can like two things. Ooh, I love that flame. Let's see. Silverbolt. That's gotta be Silverbolt, right? I hope it is, because if there's a Masterpiece Black Arachnia coming out, have a Silverbolt. FansToys, Warpath. Do I have to get it? Because I love Warpath. I might try and get it. There's Brawn, who I almost called Hound. Not sure if I'm into that face. It looks a little weird, but you know, that's fine. It's not bad. I wish the colors were a little more metallic looking, but I guess they're going for a cartoon look. If this is what you look like in the cartoon. And then there's Wild Rider. Yeah, very cool. He looks unimpressed. And then there's a couple of other Stunticons. Ooh, I love the alt mode. And then there's Skydive. Still has the head of Megatron for some reason. Just in orange. Ooh, that is a gorgeous looking jet. Not perfect, I mean there is kibble underneath, but it's still gorgeous. Astro Train, yay! Hopefully it's a lot bigger than the current Siege one. But yeah, ooh, there's a nice flow to the legs. Is that where the cockpit goes into? Wow. I'm impressed. And of course you can switch out the chest if you want. Wow. There's the train mode. That looks fantastic. I love the look of that. Yep, there's the shuttle mode. Man, that thing looks gorgeous. Man, I really like the look of this thing. And then last but not least, here's the giant fortress Maximus. Okay. I have a Fortress Maximus, but I don't mind this because it actually looks like Fortress Maximus to start off. And I love base Transformers because it gives you a lot of playroom to work with other Transformers. I think this is nice. I love the ramps. He's got foot tilt. This is just a great prototype, but man, he looks fantastic. And it really shows, like, how big are we going to get with third-party toys? Is this as big as it's going to get, or is someone else going to push it? Oh my god, look at this thing. That looks amazing. The detail work is fantastic. I want to see this in color. It's going to be hugely expensive. There's the head, and you can plug the sword underneath. Same people loving this. We're also hating Unicron because reasons. Yeah. There's him with the sword. That's going to be a huge sword. I hope the joints are going to be stiff. And I hope he can stand because he doesn't seem to have heels. But I like my Generations toy, so I don't feel like I need to get this. If that makes sense. Like, this is obviously better, but because I had my Generations one, I kind of like to move on to a different toy, like when Scorponok comes out. But this looks great. Still has the Headmaster gimmick, because of course it does. And there he is compared to the Hot Rod Rodimus figure. That's pretty big. And then there's the base mode, which the base mode looks like it should, with the ramps, the towers, the side ramps, and everything. It looks like an actual city this time. Just very cool. I really like this thing. I'm super impressed. I'm not sure if I'll get it, but I definitely want to see it. So with that, that's all, folks. That's pretty much it. So I thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I didn't read too much of the chat. I'm pretty sure everyone kept correcting me on everything, and I do apologize for that. But I hope you like this. Again, this is mainly just TF Talk, just live, so that it's much easier so I can do other videos and not have to worry too much about this. I will try and update the description and everything later on. But with that out of the way, that is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. There will be a podcast episode later. Oh, and one thing to talk about with the podcast coming out soon, we record that before MCM, and we were talking about Earthrise and why we're going to Earth right away in this series. But they did announce that apparently Earthrise takes place in space. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. But anyways, with that said, I'll see you guys next time.